And we're live. This is it, our very first episode of League Queens. Welcome, guys. We're super excited. I'm Kim Wojnowich with Rallies and Rackets and lifelong rec tennis league player, and with my new podcast co-host, Jane.
Hi, I'm Jane Forman, residing in Miami, Florida, former UTA traveling tour player, world ranked tennis player. Most recent, for the past 30 years, I've owned the Jane Forman Tennis Academy and now operating the Team Forman experience so I can teach all of you from around the world.
Awesome. We can tell you guys a little bit about who we are and what is League Queens. So our first episode title is First Serve, what is League Queens? And a little bit about me. I'm a lifelong rec league player. I've played tennis every stage of my life, starting when I was a little kid, getting self-esteem in high school through tennis, getting social in my 20s through tennis, flirting with my husband to meet him through tennis, up until getting away with toddlers and having tennis be stress relief and just make it through life with tennis and tennis friends. And that led to opening up an online tennis store called Rallies and Rackets and selling cute tennis merch. So now my lifelong hobby turned into a business. And that ran into starting our Rallies and Rackets Instagrams, where we make funny videos making fun of what we all know about the drama in ladies league tennis. And that's where Jane came along. I had seen this crazy coach coaching all these ladies on tennis strategy, doubles tennis strategy, with her sass and humor, saying the funniest things. And I started following her and thought, I'm going to see if she'll do a live. And that first live that we did was about 9 months ago. We've had the best time. Seems like you ladies have had the best time. And from that, we decided to do this podcast. And here we are, League Queens.
I'll tell you a little bit more about myself. I was born and raised in New England, in Rhode Island, little old Rhode Island, and I've been playing tennis my whole life. I've gone through the whole journey of playing tennis, from junior tennis to college tennis to professional tennis. So I feel as though I have a grasp on what it takes to become the best player you can be. In my professional career after playing tennis, I started the Jane Forman Tennis Academy here in Miami, and I've implemented traditional tennis programs in clubs, parks, community centers for over 30 years. Of most recent, I developed a program called the Team Forman Experience, and this is empowering the everyday player, the League Queens. It is empowering all these wonderful women that love to play tennis and want to become the best they can be. And I felt that there was a huge need for respect in this demographic. I mean, if you look online, you don't see too much instruction or even videos and things that pertain to the everyday player. And the everyday player is equally competitive as to a high level player. So that kind of fueled me, and I have a passion now to empower the everyday player. So here I am.
And you do it with such humor that it keeps all of us watching you, but then the knowledge keeps the ladies coming to you. So it's a huge gift to ladies league tennis, which is a huge part of people's lives all over the country, as we've seen people coming to you from all over, and now people listening to us from all over. And that fueled starting our fun little lives on Rallies and Rackets, and then led us to saying, let's expand it. So here we are. So now we've started League Queens, both of us as League Queens, for all of you guys League Queens. And let's talk about what we're gonna talk about. Obviously, we're gonna continue with your strategy.
I think that the strategy, we're always going to talk about strategy because there's such a need for it. I think that there's so many hundreds of thousands of women and men around the world that is dying thirsty. They're dying to learn how to actually play the game. And I want to try to, implement that as much as possible through the podcast, but in a fun way, because we're gonna expose not just the need for strategy and learning how to play, but we're gonna expose areas in league play that exist on and off the court.
Absolutely. We see so many ladies, and men, but we're going to focus on the ladies here, spending so much time learning the skills, which obviously you have to know. You've got to practice your forehands, your backhands, and your volleys. But if you get in that doubles match and you don't know where to be, you're going to lose to a player who just barely gets the ball over the net, who you know you
Yeah.
should beat. But if they know where to be and you don't, that
Yeah.
will.
And this is where the videos come in, the live ball videos, the strategy, the court position and shot selection come in. And then of course I have to add a little bit of ribbing to the women, because
You have to.
if not, then I think I'll drive myself crazy.
You have to. If we don't
Yeah.
hear take that shot out to the barn and shoot it, it's not a Jane Foreman video. So yeah, it's not a Jane Foreman lesson. And
Yeah.
we need that.
No, I try to make it fun,
You make
and
it fun.
some people don't get it, but people who know me get it, know that ultimately I care about them and I want them to be the best they can be, but we do it in a fun way. And if you're that type of player who just wants a coach to say, hey, that's a great try, you're doing a good job, you just keep up. I think that's very condescending. And I certainly don't want to hear that for me, for what I'm doing and trying to learn something in my life. And that's the number one thing when all these women come to Miami to train with me. They said, are you going to talk to me like you do the women on the video? And I'm like,
Of
I
course.
don't know any other way.
And they love it. And we're gonna bring
Right.
every bit of Jane's knowledge, but also sarcasm to the podcast, or else we wouldn't be doing it because then it would be boring and we don't want to be boring. The reason she and I like it,
No.
right, is because we have fun. And so we want this podcast to be fun, and that has to have Jane's sarcasm. So we bring that to the table. So, of course, this podcast will be about all the strategy, but there's so much it takes with ladies league tennis. So another piece of it that we're going to add to the podcast that we haven't done in our lives when we started this fun joint venture with us is I'm actually going to bring my background in coaching, life coaching and business coaching, which had a lot to do with confidence. I'm going to bring that to the podcast and talk about the mental aspect of your confidence on the court, which we know is also a huge important piece of playing league tennis. We all know what happens. You crush it in a clinic. You're like, I got this because your pro's feeding you balls. And then you go out into a match and you're like, my gosh. So we're going to spend some time talking about how do you not fall apart in that match and keep that confidence up. And there's a lot to that too. So we'll bring that to the podcast. Anything you want to add on the mental aspect?
The way I teach and the strategies that you're going to learn on these upcoming podcasts are how to be aggressive and how to take ownership of your side of the court, how to take control of your side of the
That's right.
court. And once you learn how to do that, you're going to develop the confidence that you need organically. And that's going to be a process. But strategies I teach develop self-confidence. They go hand in hand.
Absolutely. So what you're going to get out of our podcast is strategy, is the mental aspect, but the confidence that will develop from both of those, which are so crucial to league play. And then a third part of ladies league tennis that we both know is a huge part of ladies league tennis. You can't even say tennis without thinking the word drama. It's a huge part of the game. It's so frustrating on the court, but it's also ridiculously hilarious because as I've seen from the videos that I post on Rallies and Rackets, you're all laughing because the thing I'm saying is the thing that's happening to you on the court in North Carolina, in California, in Texas, and Georgia, because it is everywhere. And Jane, you have it because you're not just a coach, but you're also the captain of your teams. So
I coach, and captain per season 18 teams.
I don't even understand how you do all that.
18.
I do.
But the amount of crap, you're calling it drama because you're much nicer
right.
than me. The amount of crap that happens from the start of building a team to developing a roster to developing the partnerships to developing the actual match. Then after the match takes an hour, maybe an hour and 45 minutes to play. Let's give it 2
couple
hours
hours
of
for the
time.
player, but you captains,
For the
but for the
playtime.
captains,
I'm telling you that actual match was 17 hours of my time. It was the crap that I have to answer. No, for just putting the lineup on, trying to get people in the lineup, I mean, all the captains out there know this. Trying to get people in the lineup that didn't answer the poll in the chat.
Right.
That's number one. All they have to do is click yes.
When are you available?
Or no. Click yes or no. We make polls in there. We make it so all you have to do is that. And they can't seem to do that. So then we have to reach out beyond that to get that. Then, okay, we finally get the lineup. Then, of course, somebody always pulls out. We got to get a replacement, all that good stuff.
And then Susie won't play with Joni, and Joni won't play.
Don't ever put me with her. We don't play well together. I don't think we have a good vibe together. I don't think this is going to work. I see that she's in the lineup. Or if I post the lineup and the names are underneath each other, they think they're playing with the person maybe right above them. And then I immediately get side text. You're not putting me with her, are you? And I was like, it's just a list. So, okay, so that's just the list. Then, even though everybody knows where the match is, kinda, then can you send me the address? They've been to these places no less than 400 times. Can you send me the address? What time are we playing? The league is always the same time.
9:15 every Wednesday.
So anyway, lo and behold, everybody's dealing with
and that's
all
just
of
the
those
team drama. That's not even what happens when you step your toe on the court with the other opponents, which is a whole thing. So one thing I want to do is, I mean, we certainly have our examples between Jane and her teams and between my friends and my teams. But guys, we want to hear the stories from you guys and your teams. So use us as a vent board. DM either one of us. Tell us the shitty thing that happened to you on the court that you couldn't believe. Don't use names. You don't have to rat out.
Oh, I'm gonna use names.
She keeps saying this. I don't know.
I know. I'm calling those people out.
But we want to hear your stories. We're going to talk about your stories because we want all of you, wherever you're listening from, to be laughing at the stories that happened. And then also,
it's the same story. It's the same stories are all over the place.
And it's going to show up on Rallies and Rackets too, because we're going to make videos about it. But anyway, so DM us your stories once we get started. We want to hear them. Use us as a vent. We want to hear all of it. So, guys, we're going to have it all. The strategy that you've been having from Jane, the mental, the confidence building, the laughs from the drama. We're going to have it all. And then who knows what else we're going to have. We don't even know yet. We're going to see how this goes.
We'll have we're going to invite some special guests on here. We'll keep those as surprises right now, but we'll have some fun and maybe even get some, past stars or future stars. You'll see.
It's going to be awesome. Yeah. We are so excited. So guys, this is League Queens. If you live for tennis ladies league life, you're not going to want to miss our podcast. This duo, it makes us so happy. Jane the coach, Kim the player. We're going to bring you all the fun stuff. So share this intro podcast so you guys will be ready. Share it with your teams, share it with your friends, share it with your family. And we are just ready to have the best time with this. We will be on YouTube. We'll be on Apple Podcasts. Where else are we going to be?
Anywhere that they you can download.
Wherever you can download podcasts, you're going to find us. So thanks for tuning in.
And you know what? One more thing. Share this with all those league captains out there that walk into a match with a clipboard.
That's right.
When you see a captain with a clipboard or a portfolio cover or something like that, beware, because she's a rule mongering, pain in the ass captain.
That's so scary. There's some scary people out there, guys. We're gonna make fun of them. So tune in, don't miss it, and stay tuned for our first episode coming soon. All right, thanks, guys.